All right, let's talk about something pretty mind-blowing. What if an AI could learn with, well, with less? And I don't mean just a little less data, I mean learning from practically nothing. Today, we're diving into this huge shift in AI, all about teaching machines to find intelligence in scarcity, not just mountains of data. And, this change is making AI smarter, faster, and honestly, a whole lot more like us. Just think about it for a second. You don't need to see a million pictures of a cat to know what a cat is, right? You see one, maybe a few, and your brain just gets it. So the big question is, what if AI could do the exact same thing? And that's really the goal here. We're trying to move away from an AI that needs millions and millions of files to one that can understand a whole concept from just a single glance. It's a massive leap. It's the difference between brute force memorization and something that feels a lot more like real understanding. Okay, so to really get why this is such a big deal, we first have to understand the core problem that traditional AI has been wrestling with for years, and that is its massive data dilemma. For the longest time, this was the biggest bottleneck in AI, period. If you wanted to build a powerful model, you had to feed it a huge, painstakingly labeled dataset. This whole process isn't just ridiculously expensive and slow. For a lot of specialized fields, getting that much data is just flat out impossible. So how do we fix this data problem? Well, the answer is a totally new approach, low data learning. And this isn't just one magic trick. It's a whole toolkit of different techniques that let an AI learn and generalize from just a tiny amount of data, or in some cases, with zero examples. First up, we've got the most extreme of them all, zero-shot learning. And it is exactly what it sounds like. We're asking an AI model to do a task it has never been specifically trained on before. No examples, not a single one. So how is that even possible? Well, it works by tapping into the huge amount of knowledge the model already has from its initial training. It's not just matching keywords. It's using a deep semantic understanding, the meaning behind the words, to figure out how to tackle a completely new task. This phrase really hits the nail on the head. We're aiming for models that don't just memorize how to do things, but truly understand concepts. That way, they can apply what they know pretty much anywhere.
Okay, taking one small step up the data ladder, we find one-shot learning. Now here, the model gets to see exactly one example before it has to perform a task. Just one, that's it.
This works by basically teaching the model to be a master of comparison. It takes that single example, pulls out the key features, and then compares it against this rich library of patterns it already knows. You can kind of think of it like a person seeing a weird new fruit for the first time and thinking, okay, it's shaped like an apple, but it's colored like a banana. So the key takeaway here is efficiency. One-shot learning shows this incredible ability to figure things out from a single data point, which makes it super powerful for things like face recognition from just one photo. And finally, we get to the flexible middle ground, few-shot learning. This is where we give the model a small handful of examples. We're not talking thousands, maybe just 5 or 10, to help it figure out a new task. You've probably done this yourself without even realizing it. If you've ever used a modern AI chatbot, you've seen this in action. You can literally show it a few examples of what you want right in your prompt, and boom, the model instantly picks up the pattern. It's like giving the AI a little mini tutorial on the fly. What this all boils down to is incredibly fast adaptation. Few-shot learning gets you great results without needing a giant supervised dataset. It's practical, it's powerful, and it is totally changing how we interact with AI. So we've seen 0, 1, and few-shot learning. But what's the common thread here? What's the tech that makes all this stuff possible? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine. All of these techniques rely on these massive pre-trained foundation models, and they work through a few core ideas. You've got transfer learning, which takes knowledge from one task, say identifying animals, and applies it to another, like spotting medical issues. Then there's meta-learning, which is even cooler. It's basically about teaching the model how to learn better. And of course, prompt engineering is how we, the users, can guide these models with just a few well-written instructions. This comparison really lays it all out. The old way, on the left, that's the AI with an insatiable hunger for data for every single new task. But the new way, on the right, that's an intelligent system that can generalize and adapt with amazing efficiency. And this chart breaks down the trade-offs perfectly. Zero-shot learning? It gives you maximum flexibility since it needs 0 examples. That's why it's great for chatbots that need to follow new instructions all the time. One Shot is perfect for recognition tasks, where you might only have a single photo to learn from. And Few Shot? Well, it hits that practical sweet spot, giving the model just enough context to do complex things like text classification and do it reliably. Now, this isn't just some theoretical stuff locked away in a research lab. Oh no. The low data revolution is already here, and it is having a huge impact on the real world. These techniques are already popping up everywhere. I'm talking about language models that can adapt to a specific company's internal jargon, or computer vision systems that can identify a rare animal from just one photo. And in healthcare, this is a total game changer, allowing AI to help diagnose rare diseases where, by definition, patient data is incredibly scarce. But of course, it's not a silver bullet just yet. The performance can sometimes lag behind models that were trained on huge, specific data sets. The results can be super sensitive to exactly how you phrase your prompt. And there's always the risk that biases from the original training data will sneak their way into new tasks. So, keeping those challenges in mind, where does this all go from here? Let's take a quick peek at what the future of AI learning looks like. The push right now is to go even further. We are on the verge of even more powerful foundation models, more advanced meta-learning systems that get better at the actual process of learning, and multimodal AIs that can understand text, images, and audio all at once to get a much richer picture of the world. And that really brings us to our final thought. For so long, the biggest limit on AI was just getting enough data. But now that we're starting to break that barrier, now that AI can create intelligence from scarcity, it just opens up a whole new frontier. You have to wonder, what previously unsolvable problems are suddenly within our reach?